Okay, I just did a video on closing the gap. Do you know what closing the gap means? Closing the gap is trying to figure out from where you are to where you want to go. That's the gap. And so much of us, we are focused on where we are, what we don't want. I don't like this. I don't want to do this. I'm pissed at this. I need, wham. Or we're so fixated on, I gotta get this goal. And we're missing the pieces. You have to focus on what the gap is so you can get from here to here. The biggest thing is having that audit. We just talked about that when I took away from UPW. We spent a whole day of that in UPW. And it's the concept of understanding where you stand today, in your feet today present, in your personal life, your spiritual life, your physical body, your work, your mission, your finances, anything you want to look in life that you're trying to measure. Because remember, what you track and measure grows. You can't grow something you don't track and measure. It doesn't really work that way, unfortunately. That's kind of like a fluke if it does grow. It's not systematic. It's not something that you can really do it over and over and over again. And so if you're trying to grow in business and life, it is really important to take an audit and look back in this last year. Where are you? Where are you now? Where have you grown to? So if you're like at a 5 in your physical body, maybe next year you want to go to a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. Or if your finances are at a 6 and maybe you want to go to an 8 or 9. Or if you want to focus all your energy on one area and you want to go from 5 to a 10, great. But you don't know that if you don't know where you stand. And it's important, like I said before, was to really measure yourself. A lot of people don't do this. They don't want to take an honest look. They want to like fudge the numbers and make it look better than they did, or that they sell more real estate, or you had more sales and business, or, oh, we're doing this. We have all these great people in place, or we have profit, but there's no cash flow, right? Because that's not really real then. So I think it's really, really important to look at where you are first, to set some time and journal. Think about it. Where you are right now. Like, are you happy in your relationships? Are you happy do you have hobbies? Is your body hurting every day, even though you may be ripped and look awesome? But if you're in pain every day, is that really what you want? Like, that's a true audit. And then kind of figuring out where is it that you want to go realistically, and not even just saying realistically, limiting yourself, but where does you want to grow intentionally over the year? And I think you can definitely have a 1, 3, 5, 10-year goal, and you can go huge and big. But I think thinking to do something in every area of your life, try to go to a 10 in every area, if you're a 1 or a 2, you're really hurting yourself unless all your energy is going to be focused on that one thing. And I'm not saying you can't do it, because I'm going to tell you, there's some unicorns out there that do some crazy stuff, and I'm always blown away because, you know, when it's a must, you're going to freaking do it, right? So that is something that's on their journey. But for what I see for the general population of most people, if you want to craft how you want to get to this next step, you have to have the audit of where you are today. So it's kind of like a GPS. If you go on Google Maps and you type in your location, it knows where you are. It always has this pin about where you are. You can't lie to Google. That's what's so funny. I mean, I guess you have, unless you have your location off, but you really cannot lie to Google. So don't lie to yourself. Figure out where you are exactly. So if we're standing here and I'm here in Richmond, Virginia, and I want to go to New York City, Manhattan, not New York, because New York's a big freaking state. You see, I want to go to New York. Maybe I want to go to Bergdorf Goodman's, the shopping mall, the shopping center, or like the store there. That's a very specific, and even when you go to Bergdorf's, there's a men's and a women's store. So I want to go to the women's store. You see, I'm getting more specific, and I'm saying exactly where I want to be at. So then I'm going to hit start, and it's going to take me, it's probably going to have different paths. So I think it's really important to know, like, if something happens, like a car accident happens, sometimes it'll reroute you. And that's a very parallel in life. Sometimes things happen, like your assistant quits, or this deal blows up, or something happens, or someone gets sick. You have to reroute yourself, right? Just like you can pay the easy pass and bypass all the traffic and go really faster, but you paid to do that. That would be an example of paying for a coach or training to bypass the mistakes and all the traffic that people have. And then you got to stop off and eat and take breaks and use the bathroom. And this is such a parallel to our life when you're looking at closing the gap. And you're able to track and measure, oh, we have 5 hours left. Oh, we have 4 hours left on our trip. And to know how close we're getting. And if you look at your life like that and look at it as like, if I'm in the Google map of my life, where am I today and where do I want to go? And what direction would I want to go going? How fast do I want to go? Do I want to speed and burn out? Or do I want to save gas and have better gas mileage? Do I want to stay overnight in a hotel and take my time and enjoy the landscape and the beauty? Or do I want to take that fast, easy expressway to get where I want to go to? So it just is so parallel to thinking about what you want in life. So I challenge you to figure that out and then work on that gap in between, and it will help you so much in making changes in your life. And then it makes it easier to track and measure. Like if you're looking at your wheel of life and you say, I'm going to work on these two areas, I want to work on my finances and my physical body, then you know what you need to time block out in your schedule. You know what systems you need to put into place to win. See, it kind of all trickles down and helps you go to the place you want to go next. And I'm so curious, where are you guys auditing yourself now and where do you want to go? Share below, and also like and subscribe if you love this content. I love sharing it with you, and I'm so curious to see how you guys are growing and scaling in your life and business, and hopefully finding some type of marrying so it's not all leap-sided, one business only or all personal. I think life is a huge juggling game, and sometimes it's a season for business and sometimes it's a season for life, but you get to decide that, and you get to decide what success means for you. So until next time, do your audit, and I'll talk to you soon.